Welcome to the newly renovated Richter house. We have a lift for those not able to take the stairs or just don't feel like it or just wish to ride up and down. And we have 2 bathrooms. One is wheelchair accessible, or for people who like to dance in a big bathroom because it's that big. Cell phone sounds would not enhance the music of this band, so please silence them. And we're so glad that you're here. Would it be a concert if nobody showed up? Tell your neighbors and family and friends that there is music and fun in Danbury. Blue River Jazz Band has the sounds to entertain you with traditional, classic, hot jazz, and swing music. Close your eyes and imagine the era of Louis Armstrong, Duke Ellington, Count Basie, and more. If you'd like a roaring 20s Great Gatsby themed wedding or birthday party, contact the band. Thanks to Kai Kim for arranging this talent for your listening pleasure. Welcome the Blue River Jazz Band.
Thank you.
And she
The original sheet music. How are you all doing? The first song we played, did you know what that was? I bet you knew it. The Autumn Leaves. I just looked out and it's so beautiful. My wife just started painting, and she's like painting, and she took a picture the other day. I was trying to learn how to paint it. It's so beautiful. So I called it on these two guys, and I knew they would do that song. Okay. Please say hi on piano, Joe McWilliams. And on bass, Lou Bacchero. My name is Chris Culture, and thank you. We were here before the pandemic, and I was actually disheartened when I was here at that time. I was talking to Richard back there, and because the building was badly in need of repair, and it's just so wonderful to see the remodeling that they've done here. It makes you feel good, you know. So we're happy to be back. Yeah, that Autumn Leaves was written by a Frenchman,
right.
which is not...
Yeah, Joseph Cosmo.
Right, and it's not
that,
right, and it's not that common to have a song that's in the jazz repertoire, jazz standards repertoire, written by a Frenchman. So that's kind of cool. But then, of course, the French original French was "Les Feuilles Mortes," which means dead leaves. And then, of course, the great lyricist Johnny Mercer came along and put English lyrics, "Autumn Leaves." The autumn leaves drift by the window. Right? So, and then the song we just played was "Somebody Stole My Gal." That's from 1924. It was a hit in 1924. The actual song, I think, was written in like 1919 or something like that. But a lot of the songs you're going to hear today, they're old. They're old. And, and most of them are around 100 years old or so. I kind of was taking a look at 1924 as a model. But they're still being played today. Matter of fact, you guys played it one of these past Friday nights. So we're going to continue on right now. These are two actually Los Angeles musicians, Jeb, Reb, and John Spikes. Those are household names, right? They're actually African-American musicians, and they wrote this song that it's been recorded by tons of different musicians, and it's called "Someday, Sweetheart." You want to play verse with me, or with? Someday, sweetheart, you may be sorry for what you've done to my poor heart. You may regret the vows you've broken and the things you did drift apart. You're happy now, but you can't see how these weary blues will ever come to you. But as you sow, so shall you reap. And the things you reap will make you weep someday, sweetheart. Thank you so much. You're going to see this theme, and I didn't notice it until today. I go, some of these songs are like all about guys that are pretty upset and stuff. So this next song that we're going to do is by a composer, Vincent Youmans.
Oh yeah.
And he wrote a musical back in right around 1924. And the musical, any baseball fans?
Sure.
I just found this out. You know, we got the Mets playing, we've got the Yankees playing and everything. Well, are any Yankees fans?
Yeah.
You'll enjoy this. So the name of the play was No No Nanette. Okay, famous Broadway play. It had an original title. I think it was called something like My Lady Friend or something like that. And then they changed it to No No Nanette. But, you know, all these Broadway productions have to raise money to get them produced. And you know where the money came from? It came from the very infamous, famous trade of Babe Ruth from the Red Sox to the Yankees, which for years, our Red Sox fans, right, will know that that was for years called the curse of the Bambino. But that was just a kind of an interesting aside I found out about the song. So we're going to play this one. Vincent Newman wrote a bunch of songs with the word happy in the title. And this one, he lived to be 101, so I guess he was positive thinking. So this one's called I Want to Be Happy.
My face.
1, 2. other things you could be doing. But I don't think the Giants play till later, right?
Yeah.
And then the Nets and so Vincent Newman's, his most famous song was Tea for Two. It came from that same show. And is also identified, tons of people recorded that song, but the tour de force, one of the most virtuosic performances of the song was by a piano player named Art Tatum. And Art Tatum, today would have been his 115th birthday.
Wow.
Joe and we like to follow these, things, and these are, he was gifted, he was blind. No one wanted to follow him at a jam session, right? He was one of those kind of players. And we're not going to tear it up like Art does. But that's a great, if you're at all interested, check out Art Tatum on Tea for Two. Okay, I'm going to play a little of that for you. We've been together, we've been playing together a long time, all of us, and so I have all these references, you know, and certain songs remind you of certain places and certain times, and certain people. T for Two, I always played that as a cha-cha. We played that for years at dances, and that was the go-to cha-cha song.
Yeah.
But my favorite versions are swing tune versions of it. We're going to go back down to New Orleans right now and do a New Orleans favorite. It's called Weary Blues. It's not really weary. It's not by the pure sense of blues, and it's got some blues in it. But I hope you enjoy it. It's like from the 19-teens, I should know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember.
15.
1915? What is this? want to make sure that we get a couple things in here.
Okay.
I would love to feature these two gentlemen right here. They've got a couple fairy tale, but it started out with a song called If I Had You. Let's do this one. This one's called Mama's Gone Goodbye. It's another great New Orleans tune. Once again, about a guy who's not too happy with the situation. He's ready to bail on us.
Poor guy.
There's so many great songs. We love these songs, the repertoire from that era, from the turn of the century right up into the 40s. It's such a wealth of beautiful songs. And there's a reason why they survive. There's a reason why musicians are still playing them. They're melodic, they stay with you. They have a, what do they used to say on American Bandstand? It has a beat, you can dance to it, you know, things like that. So, that's the deal with this. So this is Mama's Gone Goodbye. They're still playing this one in New Orleans.
You know, I looked for this song and I couldn't find the verse anyplace.
Oh, okay.
Everything was just ahead on this thing.
All right, I'm going to get that for you. One, two. Cause I ain't gonna do it fairly well. I'm gonna get a girl to treat me right. One who'll stay home every night. Fare thee well, Papa's gone, goodbye. Fare thee well, your Papa's gone, goodbye. Boy, that hour went by very quickly.
That was an hour?
Yeah, man.
Wow, man.
I say that to my wife, she gets upset with me. I say, yeah, man. She goes, yeah, girl. Says, why look like a man, too? Oh, it's the jazz vernacular. So, but thank you so much for coming out today. Can we play one more?
Oh, yeah.
A whole bunch of tunes we could choose from.
Oh, yeah.
But if you're on social media at all, which most of us are, we were just talking about it a little earlier, you have to fact check. Okay? So I thought this tune would be apropos. It's a little tune called "It's a Sin to Tell a Lie." It's
sinners out there.
yeah. Depending on who you talk to, right? So we like to play this one to close up for you today. But thank you so much for coming out, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of the fall season. And oh my goodness, folks, we're almost turning into the holiday season. But all the decorations are up in the store, so we're getting there, right? Okay, but thank you so much, and continue to support the arts here at Richter. It's a wonderful program that they have. So thanks again. A big hand for Lou Bacher. My name is Chris Coulter. The trio version of the Blue River Jazz Band. We've come out with 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2, and I've even done it by myself. But that's not as cool. So here's a little thing for you called "It's a Sin to Tell a Lie." 1, 2. And you say, I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. Millions of hearts have been broken just because those words are spoken. I love you, I do, I love you. And if you break my heart, I'll die. So be sure it's true.